Welcome back, everybody, to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. We're on the second part of trial now. We just got through for the first testimony with Mo. It's pretty tough. We actually got a big penalty, and now we have half a bar left of health. So hopefully we can survive this day of trial before we lose it all. Let's continue. The ringmaster was slumped over, and I saw someone's silhouette next to him.
Very well, then please testify to the silhouette you saw. I expect the truth. And if I even catch a hint of a joke from you, I will put you in a holding cell until you learn court etiquette. Got it?
Got it. Ah, poor guy. Alright, here we go. It was a bit far away, but the shadow could only have belonged to Max. There's no doubting it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. His silk hat, that black cloak, they were all there. His face was silhouetted, but there was no doubt that it was him. His cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying. Wait, But he dropped his hat, didn't he? Was it at the crime scene that he dropped it?
It doesn't seem as if the defendant was at the scene of the crime.
You took your time realizing that, didn't you? Whatever, that should be enough, right?
It is decisive testimony.
Was Max really at the crime scene that night? He said he wasn't there. We have to keep believing that.
Alright, Mr. Wright, commence your cross-examination.
I feel like the hat thing was something weird. That is not black, that is red. That is totally red. Objection! Wow, that was easy. You say you saw all of Max's uppity symbols. I suppose so, the steel cat and the cloak, right? Mo, everyone knows that Maximilian Galactica has 3 uppity symbols. Oh, well that too. 3 symbols?
Yay, everyone get ready, all together now. Silk cat, cloak, white roses.
What the? Who cares if he knew that they were 3 or not? He saw what he saw, and he saw the symbols. He just forgot to mention 1. Isn't that right, Mo? Do you like pie? I have pie. What the? What was that? It was like the whole equation for pi. Silence, fool. You are to respond with the whole truth. No fractions.
Order!
Mo, you didn't see the roses, did you? To be honest, there weren't any roses on the person I saw. The crime scene was dark. It's obvious it was too dark to see that kind of detail. But the witness said he was able to see the silhouette of the criminal's face. Not to mention that the roses are white. There's no way he could have missed them. Then the rose must have fallen off and the defendant assaulted the victim. If that was the case, then the police would have found them near the crime scene.
Mr. Wright, are these white roses truly materials on the facts of this case?
Clearly not. He is just toying with this court. I got her on the ropes now. Whenever there's a nugget of truth, it always seems to peek out at me, then run away. Someone is toying with the court, but it's not me. Your Honor, do you recall Trilo's testimony?
There's no way I can mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high? How can you mistake someone wearing such a snobby 3-piece getup?
Trilo saw them all! Trilo saw all 3 of Max's symbols. However, this witness claims there were no white roses on the person he saw. There is absolutely no doubt that this is a contradiction.
Now what am I supposed to think? Well, I'm supposed to disregard the pointless for this.
Judge, forget the roses. Think about his other testimony. The witness has stated without a doubt that he saw Maximilian Galactica. Nothing else matters. Let's wrap this case up now. Your Honor, it may be trivial, but there should still be doubt lingering in your mind.
Frankly, I have my doubts about this witness. It seems that unlike wine, the witness has not grown more mature with age.
I'm not mature.
I've come to a conclusion. I'm 99% certain that this witness saw the defendant. However, my remaining 1% of doubt is quite reasonable, which means that for my peace of mind, I'm going to request a bit more testimony.
What?
If there are no contradictions in his next statement, I am prepared to issue a ruling.
A ruling?
Nick, this is your last chance.
Oh boy. Alright, so we gotta kind of look through this testimony. There's no doubt in my mind there were no Wright roses that night. However, all of the other symbols were there. I'm equally sure of that. Especially the steel cat. There's no way I could forget seeing the decorations on it. He was wearing it the entire time? That's the contradiction. Hold on a second. found at the crime scene. Could that be it? I think so. I think so. That could be it. I'm not sure though.
Mr. Wright, you've got one last chance at this.
Just one chance?
I will not allow even the slightest hint of badgering against this witness.
Oh man, so if we try to press him, then we'll get a penalty either way, so...
If you're going to prove to me there's a contradiction with Mr. Cole's statement, you better have at least a shred of evidence to back up your accusations.
I've only got a single shot at this. I've got to be careful.
I understand, Your Honor.
One chance is all I will need. So we can only do something on one of these? Oh my god. If that's... So that's what he thinks. That's what we already proved in the last one. Especially the silk hat. That's gotta be it. I don't see any other things we could press on. Oh, but this is it right here. Alright. Oh, alright, let me think about this for a second. Found at the crime scene. Entire time that he was on the scene. Yeah, so he must have dropped it somewhere. So yeah, that's gotta be the right thing. And if it's not, then we'll try something else, I guess. I guess, do they reset the game or something, or is it just game over like that? Oh. Come on, baby. Objection! Oh, that could have been it. This wouldn't happen to be the silk hat you saw that night, would it? Yep, that's it. That's the hat he was wearing that night. No question in your mind? Exactly how would one mistake a thing like that? I see.
Is there some sort of problem, Mr. Wright?
Miss Von Karma, where exactly was the silk hat found? Must you always ask these questions? It was found at the crime scene. The crime scene? That means... the silk hat fell off at the crime scene. However, the witness clearly testified to the contrary. The witness stated that he was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. No, that's not true!
Order! 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 Mr. Curls!
Yes, Your Honor.
What is the meaning of all this?
Whoa, he's going all caps on this one.
You're old enough to know better than to behave like this in court.
Hey, that's just not right. That's so harsh.
What's not right here is your eyesight and your memory, amongst other things.
What? Why are you being so mean to me? What did I do? Let me guess, you just didn't like my jokes or something, right? You didn't have to go in and insult my eyesight or my memory. They're both great. Seriously, why? Just because you're sitting above me doesn't mean you're... No matter how old they get, I'll always be younger than you.
Enough of these childish outbursts, Mr. Curls. Who do you think you are?
I saw him. I swear I saw him. It was Max. Even if he didn't have his roses, he was still wearing this dumb silk hat. I'm telling the truth.
He turned into a bratty little kid.
It's pitiful, isn't it? He left the scene wearing that dumb silk hat. He was there. He left the scene?
What's the matter, Nick?
There's something I've been mulling over for a while now. Mo? What do you want? You just said that he left the scene. Exactly how did the murderer leave the scene of the crime? What? He went... What do you mean, how did he leave the scene? You can't ask me that. Mr. Phoenix Wright is badgering the witness, Your Honor. This witness's testimony is so full of holes, Miss Von Karma's protest is useless.
You've got a point. Let's hear what the witness has to say on this matter. Is that alright with you, little guy?
Don't talk to me like I'm a little baby. Besides, what kind of stupid question is how did he leave the crime scene? The answer's obvious. He just turned around and walked away. That's what I expected you to say. You sure that's how it happened?
I'm not sure I know exactly where you're going with this. Lawyers nowadays sure do love to harp on the smallest things. Do you have any proof to counter his story as to how the criminal left the scene?
Yeah, because weren't we talking about that with Gumshoe during the investigation at the lodge? To counter his story as to how the criminal left the scene. Could be either the wooden box or it's either the wooden box or the crime photo. Or maybe someone came and yeah, because was Regina like actually in the thing? But I think this is I think they're kind of just easing it out right here on this picture. Yeah. Take that! Look at this picture. The problem is the footprints in the snow.
Footprints?
In this photo, we can clearly see the footprints of the victim. However, where are the criminals' footprints? They aren't there! What was that? So Mo, exactly how did the criminal escape the scene? Your Honor, this witness has already proven that his testimony is completely unreliable. I move to strike all of his witnesses' testimony from the court record.
I agree. This clown's testimony is as rickety as the clown car he came to court in.
Wait just a second. You guys can't just ignore everything I've said. Fine, I'll tell you the truth this time. You wait a second. I think you've said more than enough for today. That didn't hurt. I'm sick and tired of listening to you anyways. I'll give you the real deal this time, I swear.
I don't know why, but I get the feeling things are going to get worse before they get better.
Mr. Lawrence Curls.
Yes?
The testimony you provided up until now has been false?
It hasn't been false. I haven't lied.
It's just what?
It's just I was a bit confused on the bit about the criminal leaving the scene. Especially since Von Karma and her whip told me not to talk about what I really saw. Oh. That's a big hit on her.
Order! Order! I will have order! Francesca Von Karma, how could you?
Your Honor, if you hadn't heard the truth in this witness, you would have exactly the same opinion as I have.
What opinion is that?
It's not funny.
That's enough out of you. I'm going to listen to what he has to say. Now then, let's hear the truth about what you say about you saw.
Huh, you're not gonna believe this, but it's all true, I tell you. Try not to waste our time with your idiotic dribble. Alright, the truth. Coming out from this guy. Now it's time for our next segment, Mo Knows! Everything that I've said up until now has been the truth. When I looked out the window, the ringmaster was down and Max was standing above him. He wasn't wearing his white roses, but he was wearing the silk hat. That's when I saw he. Oh, fuck. This is the truth now. Get ready for it. He flew. He jumped up and flew through the air. He flew right off and disappeared into the darkness. That's why there were no footprints. Blind people don't leave footprints. Oh, fudge. I told you it wasn't funny. Do you believe me now?
Well, that was, how do you put this into words?
Maximilian Galactica is a world-class magician, but to leave the scene of a crime by flying, there's no way that actually happened.
You're right.
Wait, is she right? You believe the other witnesses? Why would you believe me, especially since it's the best part of the story?
To be honest, this is the first time I've heard of a flying criminal. What do you think about this witness's testimony, Mr. Wright?
Alright, we're going to give our answer when we come back, so stay tuned. I think we're just about to wrap up today's trial, so stay tuned.